Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Manassas Variety Show. It's on our inaugural broadcast here from live from the Salisbury Center in scenic Manassas. And we're so excited to have our first guest here in a segment we like to call Get to Know Your Bartender. We got Steve Sloper here from CJ Finz. Everybody give a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right. There it is. That's my producer. He's all right. Okay, Steve, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, sir.
Well, thanks for making it out here.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, you know what? It was hard to get you. We weeks in advance. I had to really.
So difficult.
It was.
Out here.
It was tough. I mean, your boss is a dick. Just kidding.
Wow.
We love you, sellers. Hey, how we doing? It's a good friend of mine.
You do know I'm well.
Okay, all's good. So, that's my producer. Yeah, call me out. Hold me accountable. Yeah. Good stuff. So, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Just got off work, did you?
I did.
Yeah, you came all the way over here to talk to us.
I did.
Well, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
My producer's working out the kinks right now. He's trying to be funny too, and it's good. I like it.
New thing.
It's a group effort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's dive right into it.
Okay.
My number one pressing question, I put that out on my Twitter, and I got 100,000 responses. Was like, here's the number one question we got. So what is worse? All right, you are a refined, skilled bartender of many, many years.
Absolutely.
You've been there. Mm-hmm. What's worse? A bachelorette party of 20-year-olds or a 40-year-old divorce party? 21-year-old.
It's definitely the 21-year-old.
Really, or worse?
Yeah,
I would think
absolutely.
they're nicer to look at.
They are fun to look at. Okay, there's no doubt about that.
But they're not as annoying? Talk to me.
No, here's the thing. I think the divorce party thing is actually you have these girls that are out there just enjoying themselves and they're on the prowl. Mm-hmm. When you have the bachelorette party, they're asking you to do really, really awkward ass things while you're sitting there bartending.
Scavenger hunt type bullshit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'll be like, hey, I need to get a kiss from the bartender. And
so fun.
So
fun.
Oh
my God. I dare
really,
you.
truly just want to put my lips on yours right now.
Monica, if you don't go over there and give him a kiss on the cheek.
It's the worst. It really and truly is. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the 40-year-old divorcee. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, they're out there. They're just trying to scrape together some type of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad.
I don't know.
It's pretty sad.
All right, we'll call it. I could use a little more. Anyhow.
But definitely the 21-year-old. Yeah.
A little more rambunctious.
Well, not only that, they just don't know what they want either.
That's true.
The 21-year-olds are the worst customers to have. In my opinion.
That's why we have you here. We have you here for the honest truth. We don't mince words here on the fantastic Manassas Variety Show.
Correct.
We don't mince words. So let's segue into a little thing I like to call, I don't know. Well, we have no script. We have no script. So, here's where we're going to hear you drink your drink.
Yes.
A lot of crickets going on here. Okay, talk to me.
Okay.
It's 12:59 a.m.
Okay.
And you need everybody to go home.
Okay.
Talk to me about the characteristics of the ideal jerk-faced customer.
The ideal jerk-faced customer.
Yeah.
So meaning the guy who is the worst.
The worst. Okay. It doesn't have to be, it could be guy, girl identifying as guy identifying as a girl, or a
all right,
beet.
So we're open with
vegetable.
all that.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, the worst customer is the person who will not finish their drink, and you're trying to grab it from them. You're just like, sir, it is 2:00 in the morning, and you need to give me your drink. We can no longer ABC rules. It's a violation. You have it past 2:00. We need your drink.
He's non-compliant.
Non-compliant. This guy is literally sitting there looking at you, staring at you in the face while he's sipping on his drink and being like...
Sipping on his scissor, I believe the kids say.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a little old, but okay.
I mean, we're not exactly spring chickens over here at the Manassas Variety Hour talking about man Chris. He's going to be 50. He's 50.
Oh, no.
Oh, there he is. Hey, say hi, Chris. Come on, wave to the camera. Come on. Whatever.
So, yeah, it's the guy who literally is sipping on his drink, staring at you like, what are you going to do?
And you're like,
yeah,
doing this move?
Absolutely. And I've had that happen very recently.
Okay.
With this probably 22, 23-year-old guy.
Okay.
Probably one of the biggest fucking assholes I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
He started in with, hey, I paid for this drink. I'm going to drink it at my leisure. Mm-hmm. You can't take it from me. And I was like, I absolutely can take this drink from you. In fact, I went to grab it.
Yeah.
He pulls away from me, takes the drink, takes another sip, and then goes to hand it to me and dropped it on the freaking ground.
How bad
Glass
did you want to
goes
smash his face?
Wow. I mean, it took everything for me to hold back.
I don't know if people know this about me, but I am what you call the ideal customer. Okay?
Yes.
Seriously. I
see that.
am like, sir, here's my money. And I take my drink and I go, Godspeed, sir. Thank you very much. And I do. And I just leave very quietly. I tip like, 300%. And
Right.
then I'm gone.
Those are the best customers.
That's me.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
1,000,000%.
Jamie, that's always you.
If you went around and took a survey of every bartender in Manassas and showed them my picture, they'd be like,
I can't imagine them not
ideal. Ideal. They're like, give me 20
saying this
of this
man
guy.
is the ideal guy.
Number one. The words that come to mind are self-sufficient. Okay. You don't need to baby me.
Right.
I mean, I can take care of myself
Right.
for the most part.
Never overserved.
Never overserved.
Always completely chill.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
James the Gent
Gentlemen.
is what they call me.
Is that what they call you?
James the Gent. Everybody. Chris?
Wow.
What else do they call you?
Never
They
actually heard that.
they don't call me late for dinner. Thanks, everybody. I'll be here all night. Thank you. My producer's on point.
He really is.
He's good. He's
I'm
good.
telling you.
I don't know how I got a hold of him. I think we just called him. He was like, sure.
Sure, I'll do it.
I'll be there.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So, all right. So
So anyway, this guy, I wanted to continue with this.
Please elaborate.
This guy threw his glass, just dropped it, smashes all over the ground, and I was like, dude, you're never coming back. He was like, I don't ever want to fucking come back in this place. I was like, okay, well, you're not. So that's done. Anyway, he had left his card at the restaurant.
Oh.
He comes back in about 10 minutes later. He's like, I'd like to close out my tab. I said, I think your tab's already been closed out, which I did. And then he asked for his card. I was like, buddy, I don't know where your card is.
What happened?
It's not anywhere. It's not anywhere around here.
No.
And I was like, do you not realize what happened literally 5 minutes ago where I told you I do not want you in my bar ever again?
You forgot.
And he goes, what are you talking about? I was like, seriously, you don't remember our conversation 5 minutes ago.
People who can't handle their liquor. Let me tell you something. I do not tolerate this.
Right.
Because for one, I'm in full control. If I have 1, 2, 3, 12,
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Always.
I'm always cordial.
Yes.
I'm like, sir, how can I help you finish this transaction in the most peaceful manner? And you're
Yes.
like, sir, you're a breath of fresh air. And I'm like, Steve, thank you. It's good to hear.
So anyway, this guy continued with his whole, I don't know, I don't recall what we were talking about. I was like, okay, well, I said, at this point, you're never allowed in my bar ever again.
Persona non grata, I believe, is the Latin term.
Okay, sure.
Okay, persona non grata.
Yeah, I imagine that you speak Latin fluently. So
very
yeah,
educated
so he continues to he then turns to berate me with just shit-tastic fucking things, like telling me that I'm a complete piece of shit. His parents have so much fucking money, and that he started showing me his shirt and what his parents do for a living and how much money he has. I was like, well, you paid with your mommy's card. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you don't do shit, but you're going to sit here and say that I don't.
I believe that's called
worthy.
projecting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm also a
it
psych
is.
major. I'm just people know. That's why I'm hosting the show. I'm very
you're
many facets. many. Me say many.
Many. Yes. So this guy continued with basically telling me that I was the biggest piece of shit that he's ever seen in his life. And the reason why I am the worst thing ever is because I'm a bartender. He's like, "Oh, you're 50? Are you 50 and you're a bartender?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I make decent money, buddy." And I was like, it doesn't really matter. You have completely overstepped your boundaries, and I never want you in this place again. And he was like, "Well, do you own the fucking place?" I was like, "No." I was like, "But I guarantee you that my owner will completely back me up on this."
Right.
So, people just don't realize how awful they can be, especially when they're drinking.
The shit canery is abundant at the CJ Finz.
Yes.
But you know what? There are lots. The beautiful food, beautiful people, beautiful servers, beautiful bartenders. The establishment is great, but you cannot. It's the public.
Yeah.
There's going to be some douche canoes, and this guy.
It doesn't happen often, but it does.
It does.
Yeah. And it's you just don't want those people in your place.
Tell me about one time I was being a patron like I am, and just in the background, very subtle. I'm like a chameleon. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever sees me. I'm just like
never
like this.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman, and I use the term loosely, who had just been released from prison.
Okay.
Yes. I knew this because he had a fishnet prison bag with his belongings.
I recall this.
And he literally just got dropped off there. He had a bottle of liquor, which I didn't know you could just bring into an establishment and put on the floor.
He could.
Well, he was doing it.
Yeah.
Now, not to the, he wasn't doing it legally, but that guy was already hammered.
Yes.
And please elaborate on this gentleman's antics.
Okay, so I don't recall exactly everything that he did that night, but he did lay it down on the ground, and he did try to inform me that he had a bottle.
Right.
And I was like, well, it's not actually allowed in here.
It's forbode.
Yes, and you need to take it outside. Well, he continued with, he did actually, the problem is, when you go into a bar, people are very nice, and they actually want you to drink with them.
Right.
So they'll buy you a drink. I mean, it's just kind of a thing that goes on. People should avoid that.
True.
Don't buy people drinks that shouldn't have a drink. I mean,
if they're already here, we don't need to get them here.
Well, here's the thing. You're coming in with your jail bag.
Yeah. That's
okay. Yeah,
that's red flag number one.
The guy's obviously on hard times, so people normally feel bad for these guys, and they will get them a drink.
Yeah.
Well, that's the worst thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't buy the homeless guy that walks into the restaurant a beer or a drink. You're not doing them any service.
No. Maybe get him some bread or a burger.
Right. Sure, and we do that. I mean, I give them food all the time. Yeah. Then it keeps them coming back.
Right.
But it's okay. I mean, you know what? Food's food.
Food is food.
They need their food. But they don't need drinks.
That's true. That's true.
And
especially when you just got out of jail. I'm not
sure. I'm not sure what he was in jail for, but I'm sure it probably did have something to do with alcohol.
Got him in, got him out, got him back.
Yeah. And immediately got him back.
Immediately.
Because he did get arrested
that night.
Yeah. And I think that's what he was going for.
From what I saw from the background, as you guys knew he was a problem, the owner had to come out and talk to him a little bit and say, you walk outside. So he went outside and took his bottle and thought it was just cool to finish the bottle in front of the place, not inside. Because, that's not
But he's still
either.
on our premises.
He's on the premises, so.
And he was barking at everyone.
He was getting outside. A little belligerent.
Yeah. In fact, I remember you actually wanting me to walk you to your car.
Oh, well, no. Forget that. No, that was somebody else. Else.
Okay.
No, I was like, I'm walking in my car. This boy, he better not come.
Steve, could you walk me to my car?
Like you're one of my little servers. Yeah, so that happened, but whatever. I mean, the guy eventually he went over to Foster's, and which is right next to us, and I think he just got arrested from there because he was continuing his antics over there.
He wasn't being very smart.
He was not.
No. When you get out of jail to go straight to a bar and start pounding and then start just being belligerent is not what we call smart.
No,
not
at all. Not at all.
Good. Well, what else? Tell me some other famous customers of yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've definitely experienced some very interesting people throughout.
Like cool guys.
Very, very cool. Well,
like hip, like.
Sure, absolutely. Cool. Are we talking?
Me.
I feel like we're leading into this jackass that does actually come in.
I've heard.
Yeah, he goes by Jazzy.
Jazzy,
yeah.
A douche canoe.
Oh, straight douche canoe.
Oh my!
You wouldn't believe this guy.
Let me guess. He wears some kind of sports cap sideways.
He does. That's that guy. That's that guy. But let's not get into him yet.
Okay.
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay.
So I do have these young guys that come in. Don't know.
Young boys? You got my attention.
Yes.
Okay, go on. I'm listening. I'm listening.
I do have these young people that come in and they don't know how to order alcohol. They don't know the whole. If you don't
how do you
know
mean?
these people. So when you order alcohol, you always ask for the liquor first, then whatever the mixer is second. That's the way you order it. You don't you don't go in a place and say, "Can I get a Coke and Captain Morgan?"
No.
Right?
Say Captain and Coke.
Absolutely. Well, these people are constantly cranberry and vodka or pineapple and tequila. It completely annoys me. It's just not the way. And I always try to teach them how to order.
You're an elder statesman.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but another thing I try to instill in them is always having your ID out, your card ready, all these things that make things flow.
Progress.
I mean, yes. You don't want. I mean, you sat there and you're upset that you're waiting 10 minutes on a drink.
Right.
Well, the reason why you're waiting is because nobody knows how to order. That's the actual reason why you're waiting.
They need to teach us in public schools. That in finance.
At least in college.
Something.
At least in college.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they haven't figured that out at their college town bars. So
college is for dummies, in my opinion. I mean, that's just for me. College is for dummies.
Right, sure.
Well, we could all learn something from you, Mr. Steve Sloper.
Well, sure, you can.
I mean, if the young upcoming generation could just take your advice and shut up and stop being jerk faces.
Right. Exactly.
I think this world would be a wonderful place.
One customer actually came in and asked me for a deal of water.
A deal?
Well, so it was a loud bar, obviously. Music's going crazy. This guy's like, "Hey, man, can I get a deal of water?" I was like, "Would you want a tequila water?" Okay. He's like, "No, man." I was like, "Bro, you want a tequila water?" He goes, "No, I want a deal of water, bro." I was like, I don't know. What are you saying?
I don't know.
I was like, would you like some water? He's like, "No, man, I want a deal of water." I was like,
a deal of what? I'm thinking like a dealing out deal.
So never heard this expression before.
Nor have I. I've been around.
That's kind of they're trying to they're actually trying to invent new bullshit.
Yes.
Like, okay, all right, fine. And I said, you really are saying to me, you want a deal of water, and you expect me to believe and go with that and be cool with you saying deal of water, when it's actually not a fucking thing.
Did he do
You're
this,
making this shit.
If he did that, then it's legit. If he's like, deal of water, yo.
Yeah. Well, sideways hat, fucking jazzy guy.
Jazzy.
I can imagine Jazzy saying deal of water. I can totally see
You know
that.
what? Now that you mention it, there is folklore out there about this jazzy guy.
Folklore.
This guy, now I've heard. Now, I also hear he's quite a devil with ladies.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean,
he's that's what I hear. That he's pretty.
He thinks he does.
Well,
yeah.
I believe the word is dutiful. You ever heard Dudicle?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, it's like a category onto itself.
I think that you're making that shit up, too.
No, sir. Dudicle is a thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, this, from what I gather, this guy, Jazzy, gets all the poontang.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's what he calls it. I don't even know what that means.
You don't have a clue.
I have zero idea what Jazzy is talking about.
Poontang.
Poontang, yes. Well, everybody, we want to thank you for stopping by, and we're going to leave you with a little bit of Buster Brown Cemetery Function. I'm just fucking with my producer. He has no idea what that means. He's like, what am I going to do with that?
What am I doing here?
Well, he thinks he's funny. I can trip him up too. Come on, Downtown Function Brown.
He's got it right now.
He's working on it. He's queuing it up. He's queuing it up. Yeah.
I don't doubt this man whatsoever.
Tell everybody when they can see you over at CJ Finz.
They can see me Sunday morning for brunch, Monday morning as well, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night.
Yeah.
From 5 to 2 a.m.
All right.
And our kitchen is open until 1 a.m. every day of the week.
Very good. They do have, for your early bird specials out there, they have the 2 for 2.
Oh, we do.
That thing is sick.
It is. It's amazing. We have the best deals in town.
Tell them.
The best deals in town. Every day we have from 11 till 4 o'clock till 4. We have a pick 2, and it's $10.99. It's the best deal in town. You can get a lobster roll and a black and blue salad for $10.99.
$10.99. It is.
You can't eat that cheap at McDonald's.
No. It is good. Top grade.
Absolutely.
Good stuff,
And,
CJ Finz.
Monday nights we have dollar oysters. Tuesday nights we have buy one get one half off on
Strong like bull.
Wednesdays we have $10 for a pound of steamed spiced shrimp, and Thursdays we have $4 Virginia craft brews on tap. Fridays we have $10 fish and chips.
F yeah, Wider. F everybody. Steve Sloper, thank you for coming by the first inaugural Manassas Variety Show. Everybody, stay tuned. We're going to bring you a new restaurant every week. We are going to see the sights. We're going to see the sounds. We are going to do it live in Manassas because you know what? Every day in Manassas is like a Monday morning, folks.
Wow.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers,
Deuces.